Hey, sports card fans, it's John Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. Since February is Black History Month, I thought I would do a video celebrating some great African American baseball players through their cards. Now, I'm going to be focusing on players from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, since especially the players from the 1950s, they're the ones that really paved the way for future African American players to play the game of baseball. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show off some of my favorite cards in my collection of some great African American players. All right, I'm going to go through these players in alphabetical order, and we're going to start off with Hank Aaron and start off with a banger. I have to include my Hank Aaron rookie card. Never pass up an opportunity to show this card off. I absolutely love it. My big pickup for last year. And I have a couple other Hank Aaron cards here that are some of my favorite. His 57. And his 63. Love the colors on that one. Now moving on to Ernie Banks. I have a couple Ernie Banks here. I think I have three. Here's his 59 tops. Low grade example, but pretty nice eye appeal. There's the back. Then I love his 62. And of course, his 67. Okay, there we go. Moving on to Lou Brock. I think I have a couple here. His 64. And the 78 record breaker. Like the image of him on this one. Come on, camera. There we go. Not sure why it's taking so long to focus here, but really like that image of him there. And Brock becomes baseball's all-time theft king. Well, until Rickey Henderson, of course. Card number 1 in the 78 top set. Moving on to Roy Campanella. Unfortunately, I only have one Roy Campanella card, and it's from the 61 top set. It's the MVP. Love that image of him, and love this MVP insert set. This is the only, well, I do have a Mickey Mantle, but had sent it in for grading many years ago, and it's miscut. They wouldn't slap it. So, but yeah, just really like that Roy Campanella card. Then moving on to Rod Carew. I have two Rod Carew cards here to show off. Love his 78. Always love those, the All-Star Shield there. Just sort of a candid shot. And then his 79 with the extra AL All-Star banner at the bottom. Great shot of him there at the plate. Then Roberto Clemente. I have two of his cards. Well, I have more than two, but these are my two favorite. His 62 Topps card. And of course, I love this 72 Topps card with him tossing the ball there. Just a great looking card. Then my only Larry Doby card is his 58. I'm trying to think. This may be. I think he may have a 59. I don't think this is his last playing days card. Then next we have Bob Gibson, and this is my only, at least in terms of graded vintage cards, this is my only Bob Gibson card. But what what a card to have! If you're only going to have one Bob Gibson card, might as well have his rookie card, right? Great example there. Then I have a couple cards here. My favorite Reggie Jackson cards. First, starting off with his 69 Topps rookie card. And I had to include, of course, his 78. Probably my, I would have to say, maybe my favorite 78 Topps card. Even though I'm a Red Sox fan, there's just so much going on with this Reggie Jackson card. It's beautiful. All right, moving on to my second stack of cards here. Let me just readjust everything here. Hope I won't knock anything over. All right, moving on to Joe Morgan. I have a couple Joe Morgan cards here to show off. Of course, I have his rookie card from the 65 set. And I also picked out his 77 Topps card. Really like that one. Moving on to Willie Mays. I don't have a lot of Willie Mays cards in my collection, but I do have his 57, which I need to get out of this plastic coffin here of a BVG slab, but well-centered copy there. And there's the back. And of course, my recent pickup, this gorgeous 64 Topps card. Moving on to Willie McCovey. I think I have three of his cards to show off here. I have his rookie card from 1960. I have his second year card. Really like this 61 Topps card. And his 78. Now, for Tony Oliva, I don't have any graded cards, but this is one that I picked up from a group of cards when I was a kid, traded with a neighbor, and I actually have his 64 Topps rookie card. Not in great condition. Off center, corners are bad. I think there's a couple creases, but I have a Tony Oliva rookie card. I will eventually get a graded copy, but hey, for now, this works. Next up, Dave Parker. Recently, the focus of one of my top 5 favorite card videos. And unfortunately, I don't have any graded cards of him yet. And in terms of my collection from a kid, really from the 80s, this is the only one I could find. It is actually in my top 5. In fact, it's my favorite Dave Parker card, his 81 Topps card. Not the greatest condition, but again, this is one I had pulled this from a pack back in 1981 and still have it. So then moving on to Jim Rice, I have 3 of his cards to show off. Really like his 76. I don't have his rookie card. I need to pick up his rookie card, but the rookie cup there. Then that's 76. Let's move on to 77. Really like his 77. Love that. It's a posed image, but and I still have somewhere. When I was a kid, I have this version of the Red Sox hat with the red and the dark blue bill on the cap. I still have that somewhere. It's in some box, but picked it up as a kid, probably up in Massachusetts. Maybe it was probably even before my first game at Fenway Park, because I think that was in '86. So it was before that. Somehow I got one, or my mom got one for me, or whatever. I don't know, but somewhere I still have that. But there's the back. And then I really like his 79. Of course, it has that extra AL All-Star banner. Love the cards that have that extra notation to it. Again, just a candid shot of him, smiling and laughing. You don't see images like that often on cards. Moving on to Frank Robinson, I have 3 of my favorite. Of course, I do have his rookie card. Then I also love his 59. It's hard to pick. I wanted to keep it to no more than 3 cards per player. Of course, I have his complete Topps run, and man, it's really hard. It was really hard for me to pick my top 3. There's so many great Frank Robinson cards. And the third one I chose is his 65. All right, on to Willie Stargell. I have 3 of his cards to show off. Here's my 68 tops Willie Stargell. And my 77. And the 79. This one is, if I remember correctly, this one's fairly hard, just like the Ozzie Smith. Well, a lot of the 79s. Pretty hard to find centered, but I think I did a decent job in finding a pretty good centered copy. A few more players here. My one and only Billy Williams card. Card that I got as a kid. I think my cousin had given me some cards mainly from 77, but there were a few 76s thrown in. So I don't have a graded Billy Williams, but I have his 76 tops here. There we go. I think this is his final playing days card. Of course, it's odd seeing him in an A's uniform. And I think the last player here in the video is Dave Winfield, and I have 2 cards to show off. Here's his 77. And the final card in this video is 1978. Just love those mutton chop sideburns there. Just so classic 70s. And there you go, my little celebration of some great African American baseball players from the 50s, 60s, and 70s to celebrate Black History Month. Would love to know in the comments what you think about some of these cards, some of these players. I'm sure I may have left some out. I tried to go by players that I have in my collection that I could show some cards off of, but there are many others that played the game and were great. And yeah, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.